Well, good morning, Arbor. Hey, my name is Jake, and as many of you know, I'm blessed to be the pastor of our little church. And because we started recording our messages earlier in the week, I didn't have the opportunity that I wanted to pivot this past Sunday and to address what happened in Minnesota and what is continuing to happen in our backyard. And so what I've done is I've asked for permission to kind of take this morning's regular devotion spot so that we could spend a little time talking about what is happening all around us, because it's a lot. Like many of you, my heart is wrecked watching the unrest and the injustice. I'm filled with so many emotions of like frustration and then anger and confusion and pain. And there's so much pain. So many people right now are in pain. And like so many of you, what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to process it all. But one thing I know that I don't need extra time to process is what happened to George Floyd and what has been happening right underneath our noses to our black brothers and sisters. It is wrong. Friends, it's not right, and it needs to change. And their response didn't rise out of a singular act of injustice. There's history. There's a pattern. This is a daily lived experience for so many people. Personally, as a white male, I will never be able to truly understand what life is like in their shoes, but I want to. I really, really do. I want to understand. I look at the example of Jesus and how he reached out to those on the exterior and how he gave value to the marginalized, how he gave value to those who were devalued in culture, pointing all to his sweet salvation. And like the temple tables that Jesus flipped, he's flipping the script in his day, saying, I see you, I hear you, I validate your reality. And to my black and brown brothers and sisters, I just want to say, I see you, I hear you, and I validate your reality. I validate your frustration, and I validate your pain and your struggle. I want to do my best to listen, and I mean this with all my heart. I am sorry, and I apologize if I have ever added to your pain or to this culture of oppression. I've been thinking about Psalm 139 a whole lot this week. It says, search me, O God, know my heart, test me and know my concerns. If there are any offensive ways in me, then lead me to your way everlasting. And so here's what I have resolved to do personally. I want to educate myself. I want to start with me. How can I open up my eyes? How can I open up my ears and love all of my neighbors? How Christ has called me to, without reservation, without racism, without prejudice. As a staff, we have already made a commitment to open the conversation by reading through resources and to dialogue about how we can stop the hurt and start being part of helping what's going on. And so, as a white pastor of a primarily white congregation, I would love to encourage you to do the same. I know we have a lot to learn, and I'd love to do that together, to learn together. And so this Sunday, we are going to pivot. We're going to continue in our series, Begin Again, but the beginning will be a conversation about racism. And so I've asked Scott Hetherington, my friend, to share from his experience, as he has actually spent a lot of time engaging in this conversation. It is a passion in his life, and I truly believe there's a lot that we can learn from him. And so that will be this Sunday. In the meantime, please know that I am praying for you. I am praying for us and for all of those who have suffered injustice based upon the color of their skin. I love you, and I will see you this Sunday.